personal anonymity. I like to explore this for a second. A lot of times people think well, here's what it is. We maintain personal anonymity at the level of press, radio, and films. Right? This is it. This is it. So this personal anonymity. If we think about anonymity as being in secret, if we just think about it as, okay, an anonymous fellowship means it's a secret society, I guess that's part of it. You can go there, you can go to any of them, and people won't say they saw you there, except, of course, to their closest friends. Or those that you know in common, they'll go, oh yeah, I saw Priscilla at such and such, right? And they go, oh, I wasn't supposed to say that.
Don't go past here.
Don't go past it. All right, I'm giving instructions. So, but it's more. It's more. This idea of personal anonymity. First, what we practice here is the idea that nothing is personal. I remember reading the 4 agreements for the first time, and the guy saying one of the agreements is, don't take anything personally. This is an agreement. Don't take anything personally, because if you look at it from the proper perspective, it's really not about you. If somebody says something insulting to you, somebody says something disconcerting, somebody says something even not true or whatever, it's not about you, it's about whatever's going on with them right now. And it was very clear that wasn't supposed to be a judgment, right? So here's the thing that goes along with this, is this idea of there is really nothing personal, because the reason that there's nothing personal is because we're all connected. We're all part of one thing. Our problem is, the biggest problem we have is that we think it's personal. We think everything is personal. We think everything's personal, we take everything personally. And the more we get into this state of mind that says, this Buddhist teacher once said, there is no person such as I. And I said, wait, there is no person such as I. He said, I'm saying not that I am unique and that I'm the only person like this. He's saying, I am not a person, so there is no person such as I. So, but we're trained, we're brought up to say, well, yes, but we are unique. Every single person. This is one of these cherished ideas. Everybody's unique. And then, but I was taught early on to say, yes, I am unique, just like everybody else. So our uniqueness arises out of the body. Our uniqueness arises out of the ego identity, right? And it is the experience that we're having. And I'm not saying today to deny the experience, because we're actually having it. But what I am saying is that it's an illusion. That the experience that we're having is just a dream that we're having. As Ken Wapnick used to say, it's just a movie. You're in a movie that you're directing and starring in and playing all the roles. Even though it seems like there's other people in the movie with you, what's really going on is you've assigned them all the roles out of your own mind. So it's really just you. You're not even letting them be them. You're just casting. You're just the casting director. And the guy in the audience said, well, you know what I'm really worried about? I'm worried about what happens when you die. And he said, well, when you go to the theater and the movie ends, what do you do? And the guy said, well, I go home. He said, well, you could go home, or you could just go into another movie. So this is very, very, very interesting to think about, right? The movie's over, what do you do? But so this personal anonymity means that what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to make myself stand out. To be, what did the Japanese used to have a saying? It said, the nail sticking up gets hammered down. But it's a bad saying. It's a bad saying, because then that leads us to go along to get along, kind of an idea, right? But but to be anonymous means to see that we are the same, faceless, nameless, the same as. So that means that how we want to interact with the world is in that same kind of manner that and we talked about this for the last couple of weeks, is this idea of the equality. That today, here's our uniqueness. Our uniqueness is that in the material world, we each have these different talents and abilities right now, and part of our job, part of our role in this material world is to bring those things to our life, to bring those things to the others around us. But this idea of personal anonymity is to say, but I'm bringing it knowing that, yes, mine are a little different right now, but they're just temporary. They're just temporary, and they're what I have right now, and everybody else has something. And then the other piece of this is this idea of we've got some concepts in our mind about how we think we should appear. How we think we should appear. So if I'm with, all right, it's happened to me on last week. I was in a meeting, in a business meeting, with a guy that I'm thinking I want to do some business with, but he has some very strong opinions, and he said something in the meeting that I found to be offensive in the meeting. And I was presented with a choice. And I had a number of things that were going on in my head. Well, now wait a minute. I am looking to do business with this guy, and do I want to say something right now that's going to get him upset, right? I mean, these are the kind of things these are the kind of things that occur to me. Well, so what am I looking for here? I'm looking, I might want to just be quiet for a second and let this thing pass, because I want to be acceptable to him, at least right now. And of course, the justification is I'm saying, after I know him better and he knows me better, then I won't let this kind of thing pass. So how many times does this happen? This when we're in conversation with people and we almost become the other thing is I could have gone along with him, right? I could have just gone. If I really wanted to curry favor, I could have just gone along with what he was saying, right? Be totally chameleon-like, just blend in, right? And this is something that happens all the time. And I actually don't think that it's just simply a character defect. I think it's actually one of those evolutionary, biological kind of imperatives that has us seeking to be a part of, because we feel the threat of being on the outside, right? Because what's really going on is we think we're on the outside. So we want to do everything we can to get on the inside, even if we're fooling people, right? But we've got it upside down. We've turned the world upside down, because the fact of the matter is we're already on the inside. As a matter of fact, there is no outside. It's all our movie. The outside is just our movie. So we're already on the inside. It's all mind. Listen, these opinions that you're about to hear are mine, and you don't have to accept them at all. Just think about it. But what I'm saying is, it's all going on inside of us. So then, but because I'm afraid that I actually am caught in kind of an uncertain world, I do things to try to fit in. I do things to try to win. I act in certain ways to gain advantage, and they're not genuine. These are the masks that I wear. So I have the capability of, no matter where I go, I have the capability of fitting in falsely. So I can just act like they act, talk like they talk. It's just like almost an automatic kind of a thing. I'm not saying, and I don't think that I'm the only one who does this. I think we just kind of have a tendency to gravitate to the mood, the general mood of the room. We just go, It certainly happens when there's upset. It's so easy to become upset when other people are upset. I mean, all these things, they just kind of bleed over into us, and we take on the role that seems appropriate for the